Hello, Tom Clancy here on Sporting Limerick, and delighted to say I'm joined by David Wolfe of St. Kieran's GAA in West Limerick. And St. Kieran's are here, and David is here on behalf of St. Kieran's to promote their Munster and indeed All Ireland 2024 Championship preview in aid of the pitch development in St. Kieran's, which is happening this Saturday, the 20th of January at 8 p.m. in the Longcourt House Hotel in Newcastle West. David, good evening. Pitch development always sounds exciting to me. First of all, tell me a bit about St. Kieran's. What have you already, and then maybe what you're trying to do out there in I suppose the general Arda direction.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tom. Well, I suppose from our club we have a playing membership of almost 400. So we have an active membership of nearly 500 altogether. So we're a growing club. We've got obviously hurling, intermediate hurling, senior football, and in the past 3 years we've added rounders. We have a ladies rounders team who are very successful, and we have a camogie amateur club now as well, which is going from strength to strength. I suppose we have our pitch in Coolcappa. That's our playing base at the moment, and anybody who's been out there, the pitch is rather small. It's smaller than the minimum, and with our growing numbers we needed another facility. So over the past 12 months, we've developed a pitch, full-size playing pitch, just adjacent to the AstroTurf in Arda village. And we're obviously, after spending quite a lot of money, about 650,000 altogether over the past 12 months developing that. So that was seeded in early September, and please God, by the end of the year that we're good to go. So that's what all the fundraising is for.
Yeah, obviously clubs can access sports capital, but that, I don't know, have you access that? It doesn't generally cover the full cost of a big project like that. And there's obviously other smaller grants you can get, but invariably you're going to be relying on your local community and obviously hopefully neighbouring clubs as well and to get involved. So, I mean, are you a long way towards that? You mentioned, was it 625,000 or how are you faring out?
Yeah, around 650,000 is what the players. Yeah, we are a long way towards it. We're very happy with where we are financially. I suppose we embarked on a major fundraising donation drive on the 30th of September 2022, which is just less than 16 months ago now. And in that period, locally, we're now almost up to 200,000, which was more than our target, to be honest with you. We had the big thing in there was the Oscars fundraiser. We're in Oscars fundraiser there on the 11th of November, and that brought in around 74,000. And between donations and other bits and pieces of fundraisers, bucket collections and events like we're having Saturday night, you know, we're well on our way to achieving the 200,000 goal. We've been very lucky with Sports Capital and other grants as well. And we were lucky as well with the Ukrainian Recognition Fund. We garnered a good chunk of our funds with that as well. So we're very happy. Our debt level will be quite low for the expenditure we're after putting through our hands in 2023.
Yeah, you mentioned Saturday night. Obviously, I can tell you that's a fair lineup you're after assembling there. The Longcourt Hotel is obviously just on the outskirts of Newcastle, but it's very easy to get to. I've been there myself for many function, very easily accessible from all the quarters of the county, really. So you're obviously looking for people to turn up, but obviously they're going to be supporting. If the money will be going towards you in terms of, you know, helping the pitch development. So that's one thing. But forgetting that, if you can forget that, a great night out, because like. Not only, I'll just bring it up on screen here, not only have you the three amigos, as maybe there should be dubbed at this stage, obviously TJ Ryan, Anthony Daly and Mark Landers, but you've added in a couple more on top of that. Richie Bennis from the 73 team, Brenda Maher of Tipperary fame, and Aisling Connolly of Galway Camogie, and maybe now adopted over there.
Absolutely.
And of course, and the man from the West himself, the man with the iron hand from 2018, Tom Condon. So sure. Jesus, as Matt O'Callaghan said to me, if they don't know their onions about hurling, I tell you, the rest of us are in big trouble.
Well, I've 6 of them. We've 3 of them who have captained their county to win the All Ireland. Brendan Maher in 2016 with Tipperary, and obviously Mark Landers in 99 with Cork, and of course Dalo has done it twice with Clare. So 3 of the 6 have captained their county to win All Ireland, and none of them are from Limerick. So that's a bit unusual. And I suppose, look, Richie Bennis, I was talking on the phone last week, and he's really looking forward to it. He's he's of the older generation, obviously, but he's really looking forward to it. And Aisling and Tom will be fantastic as well. Both of them are obviously West residents. So it's going to be a great night. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, the lineup then, of course, obviously you mentioned the non-Limerick lads. Are
Yeah.
they going to be just stopping anyone talking about 5 in a row, like, or what do we
So,
expect?
well, I was talking to TJ Ryan this afternoon, and I'd say Mark Landers could be under a bit of pressure about the naming rights in Park Kiev, and
Yes, of course.
I just put it out there that we're open for naming rights. If Super Value are looking for an alternative venue, the venue of St. Kieran's is open for naming rights as of now. So so TJ, I'd say, was going to give it to Mark Landers about the naming rights, and that'll be the first thing probably on the agenda. But look, it'll be two parts. The first part will be dealing with issues of the day, like the naming rights, obviously, and the club finals, and a lot of club hurling, I suppose, and I suppose we've our own history with TJ and Garis Belen and so on, going back to 1990. But there's a lot of issues like that, and then the second part will be all about 2024, and everybody is going to be giving their predictions and so on, and as to what will happen. So that'll be really interesting, and there'll be a lot of good crack, I'd say, on the night.
Brilliant. Yeah, you've explained it quite well. But anyone maybe who hasn't been to these nights, and they're obviously commonplace now with Limerick's success, but they're great in terms of insight into what the pundits think of the teams and the makeup of them for the year and all the rest of it. But there's great stories from yesteryear, and maybe some of them that may not circulate any further than maybe just inside in the hotel room. There's always, especially the three lads who are great friends, obviously, but there's always some insight into some player or teammate of theirs that maybe you thought was a church mouse in terms of being nice and quiet, but might have been up to a bit of devilment. So there's always great little tales as well on top of it.
That's right, yeah. And Richie Bennett was actually telling me when I asked him whenever it was October, November, he was telling me there was an uncle of Anthony Daly's, an umpire in 1973 in Thurles. Right. And no, I know it wasn't the year where there was a disputed point, but he said he has a few crows to flock with him over 73, so I don't know whether he's going to open that can of worms or not on Saturday night. Right. Richie would be no Violet, if he wants to open it, he'll open it on Saturday night.
That certainly sounds intriguing. I'm interested to see where that one falls now. In terms of what does Richie remember from 73 that maybe no one has heard about, like, so.
That's right,
it's brilliant. But a big night in store. I hope ticket sales are going well. But people can they pay on the door as a cash card? What's the method that people get in by?
They pay on the door. We'll have a cash card facility or a card facility on the door, and they can pay cash as well on the door. Tickets can be got through any club officer or any club member, really. And Ivan Neary is the secretary, and tickets can be got through him. We also have a QR code on the ticket there that you showed up, which will access Eventbrite and access to ticket purchased on Eventbrite on the night. I suppose on the night as well, we have a raffle, and we have some really super prizes in the raffle. Our first prize in the raffle will be a season ticket for all Limerick matches. We've been gifted it by a local guy, Andrew Mullins, who's in Ecuador. He's domiciled in Ecuador for the year.
Huge Limerick fan, I think, is Andrew, isn't he?
He's huge Limerick fan. He's at all the matches, but he's in Ecuador, and he's given us his season tickets to on Saturday night. So that's a nice one. We've got a framed one of the large framed photographs of the 2022 All-Ireland champions Limerick, and we have one an unusual one. Then it's a long framed photograph of each of the three in a row squads. We'll say obviously they're the same players, but the 3 different years in the one frame. Yes. It's really nice. And we've loads of other prizes. Then there's the Tower Hotel, the Long Court. There's loads of different. The Devon Inn. There's loads of different nice prizes in the raffle. So that's well worth investing in as well.
Yeah, well, I can tell you from what you've listed there, the most valuable thing there might be the season ticket, because that guarantee you entry to the game in Ennis, which because it's only 18,000 is going to sell out. And I tell you, if you're able to get a ticket for that, you'll be doing well. So I can tell you, if whoever wins the season, whoever wins the season tickets onto a great one there, in fairness, and obviously there's some other great prizes there. But obviously the local businesses you mentioned, Long Court and the Devon Inn, just to name but two, they're obviously been very supportive of it. And look, you're the people of West Limerick, while they might be rivals on the field, the businesses and everyone seems to. That's the vibe I always get, is everyone is certainly singing off the same hymn sheet. They want the development of the sport and indeed the facilities,
like, at the end of the day, our pitch will be, well, it's not an all-weather pitch. It'll be playable, hopefully 10 or 11 months of the year. And, for schools matches, whether it is Newcastle West or Rathkeil or Skeeton, whoever, we're fairly central. For schools matches, it'll always be available. So it'll be available to everybody, so every other club will get the benefit of this pitch hopefully in years to come, and they'll be more than welcome.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much for your time, David. Just to give it one last plug, this Saturday evening, just €25 gets you in amongst amongst some of the legends of the game. I'm sure photographs, autographs, and all that available after all the chit chat over many couple of hours, and the bar open as well. If you needed any further enticement to get down there on Saturday evening, David, we must wish you the best of luck with it, and very best of luck with the new facilities. We're looking forward to seeing them in the very near future.
Absolutely. Thanks a million, Tom. Thanks.